Hey guys, Callous Fight Night. 5 hours earlier than expected, but nevertheless, here we are. I'm glad they're playing. Hellpowna's schedule kind of blows, so I was kind of worried this match would happen at all. But they did, in fact, get it figured out, and here we are. Zomog is the defending champion on top with a T-Tar lead. Hellpowna, also known as Coco these days, he's on the bottom, he's the challenger, and he has a Metagross. This matchup is dangerous for both pokes. Obviously, Tar does not like Meteor Mash or Brick Break or Earthquake or Toxic, all sorts of stuff that can happen, but it could also be something like a CB Tar with an Earthquake. It could also have Fire Blast. Generally, meta is favored here, but once in a while, T-Tar stays in and makes a move. There also could be a Doug Trio in the back for either player. If Zomog had a Doug in the back, for example, he could just trade like an Earthquake for a Mash here. T-Tar dies, follow up with a Dougie, get the trade, blah, blah, blah. Zomog is trying to check with me. I'm good, man. Make your move. Nope, that's the Tigers chat. We'll talk about that later. Alright. Am I allowed to click Swampert yet, he says. I'm here, homie. I'm just not logged in. Here's Skarm, and look, he lied. What a dishonest man. Went to Skarmory instead. Meteor Mash and Spikes, Hidden Power, and HP Fire. So we've got a mixed meta here. Charizard coming in for Zom. That's going to obviously resist HP Fire, and that is going to scare the crap out of the meta. Focus Punch anticipating a switch, which he's correct. However, it is not to the Blissey or the Snorlax he was hoping for. It's actually a Fighting Resist in the Starmie, and that should and does scare out the Charizard. Rapid Spin on the switch. Had Zomog been able to predict that, he could have gotten a pretty powerful HP Grass off there, but obviously can't blame him for switching. Celebi coming down as the meta returns. It may BP out, and it does. Going to go to Charizard, and that's going to take a resisted Meteor Mash, but nevertheless takes 40%. Zard here pretty scary. However, he's unable to predict this lax and go for the Focus Punch this time. Instead, he gets it with HP Grass, which is not that exciting, but it is at +1, and he gets a crit. So 35% there is about as good as he's ever going to get when he mispredicts against the Lax. Lax very well could scare out the Zard here. Zom probably calculating. I mean, Fire Blast I think would do a fuck ton here, but Zom is not comfortable with it. He's going to pull it back, and Skarm comes in for the Body Slam, which does not find the 30% para. Spikes come down again. We already know there's a Starmie with Rapid Spin here. Goes for the aggressive play of Surf, and interesting, Skarm going to spike up again. Is there a Gengar in the back for Zom? There is, and it is not Rapid Spin, however. It is just Surf again. That's going to do 53% to the Gengar. And oh, it's really weird. Why did he pull back? I don't like that for Hellpowna at all. The sand showed us there that the Starmie was faster than the Gengar. He obviously must have missed that. I don't see any reason not to just Surf again there if you're Hellpowna. That just really seems like a mistake to me. But he didn't do it. So we'll see the answer. Ludicolo gets blown out via Roar. So we've got some kind of rain sweeper team going on here. It gets nailed by Drill Peck for 55% after failing to kill the Skarm with the Surf, but the follow-up Surf will get him. However, Ludicolo not going to get to sweep this game. He's going to be Doug Trio'd away. That's going to be the full team revealed for Zom. Still 2 hidden pokes for Coco in this 5-5 game. Interesting that he goes Starmie here. I was going to say, if I'm Zom, I think I just Earthquake again. And alright, he goes for Surf, but this seems like a bad trade. Now, aren't those... I mean, maybe you just Rapid Spin and you let yourself die here? I don't know that I love that either. I might have... I don't know. That was a weird sequence, but... I mean, the Spikes and the Skarm are both gone, so I guess mission accomplished for Hellpowna, but it does leave us in a 4-4 situation. There's a Regice here, so it was invisible for a bit because that stupid glitch, as you guys saw, but it eventually came into the screen. So we do have ourselves a 4-4, still a hidden poke for Hellpowna. Rock Slide coming down, that would have been super effective on Regice, but it's resisted by the meta. We've seen only Meteor Mash and HP Fire here. Usually this set has Psychic as well. It could, in theory, have Pursuit. I don't know how much sense that makes on this team. I don't think that it needs to have Pursuit. I would think Psychic and Boom are probably the last 2 moves. And now Zom figuring out what to do. It's been a pretty fast-paced game, but we've got a little pause here. Not a great situation for Zom. He doesn't really have an amazing switch in here. T-Tar probably would die to the Meteor Mash, but then again, it is a mixed meta, so it's not going to be anywhere close to max attack investment, so maybe it actually can live a Meteor Mash. On the flip side of that, let's see. Celebi's pretty healthy, but it can't damage the meta at all. Let's see. Maybe it has HP Fire as the last move. Gengar obviously wouldn't live a Meteor Mash if that were to come in. And then Charizard's risky business as well, but it's going to come in and it's going to barely hang on at just 8%, but that's all it needs, and that's going to get it in Blaze range. So now Fire Blast, pending a miss, speak of the devil, it misses. Fire Blast is devastating here. That would have obviously super ultra mega killed the Metagross 2 times over there, but a terrible miss for Zomog. Oh boy, and now a Dugtrio switch. Celebi better have last move Giga Drain here. Hidden Power doesn't kill. No, he's got BP. Interesting. Dougie's stuck on HP Bug. That's not so good against Gengar. Zomog with a chance here to get some hacks and get out of this, but he overpredicts and goes Thunderbolt. That's not what he needs. Now Regice comes in, and there's Hidden Power, presumably Grass, neutral there. Can't even freeze the Regice, so he's really going to need some hacks. He's going to need like Para, full Para, which he does not get, and I think Zom's in trouble. Coco looking to take this down. Maybe a DD-Tar if it is a non-T-Wave, non-Boom Regice here, which is a lot of ifs. Maybe that could pull it back. But it's a Rock Slide miss. It's an 81% Meteor Mash that doesn't kill, but neither does the Retaliatory Earthquake. This looks pretty done to me. There's the Boom. All that remains is a 3% Celebi. It's going to come in just for a moment. It's going to touch the sand, and that is going to be that. Regice, recently demoted from OU to BL, is going to be the last man that Zomog sees before he gives up the crown. The challenger, Hellpowna, with the victory here. With a fairly creative team, as he is known for. He's actually a pretty good ADV player. He just uses stupid, gimmicky shit. But the man can play, and we're going to get to see it in action once again next week. The question, as always, is against who? See if I had the foresight to do it ahead of time this week, which I probably didn't because I'm not that smart, but let me just check. Oh, look at that. I actually did. I saved myself time and hassle. So we're drawing from 55 here in what is a very talented pool. There's a lot of SPL talent in here. You really can't go too far wrong no matter what number gets pulled, but you guys know the deal. Random number generator. We'll go 5,500 as we always do. Knock her down to 55 and then pull it. We draw it once, whatever it is. Number 50. I feel like we've been drawing a lot of high numbers in this. Who's 50? Is that Ibidum? Yeah, that's going to be Ibidum. That is an interesting match. We are taking a Euro trip next week between Italian Hellpowna and Polish Ibidum. Gonna be a brawl. Very contrasting styles here. Very tight and standard Ibidum versus very loose and creative and zany Hellpowna. That's gonna be one to watch, and I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.